As a heart centered success coach, I will often get very similar questions. And rather, somebody is coming to me with questions about environmental concerns or racial tensions or maybe interpersonal relationship issues, health concerns. No matter what our problem, I believe we all have the same solution, and that is to address those issues and our very lives through the eyes of love. And I don't mean love as the type of emotion or attachment, right? I love my husband, I love my kids, I love my cat. That's love that is concerned with attachment. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm inviting you to do is relax into the love that made you, the creative, expansive, intelligent energy that makes the sun rise and set, that creates galaxies. Some people call it universe, spirit. I call it love. That's the energy that's within each one of us that can guide us to our highest selves. And when we're at our best, we give that to others and we allow others to live their best selves as well. Now, I know it's very normal, and I do this too, to just think, well, that person did this or that, and that's not right. We all act from a place of ego or personality. And you know what? That's not our best selves most of the time. When we can, moment by moment, be guided by our divine wisdom that's right here in this heart center, that's when we take actions and become the kind of people who are kind, compassionate, fair, just. Our life becomes more loving, our families become more loving, as does our communities, our nations, and the world. That's your invitation today. No matter what issue concerns you, your solution is to find a way, as best you can, moment by moment, every day, to be guided by love in the way you respond, the way you act, and the way you choose to be in the world. That's what we need to do. One thing you can do is just ask yourself, love, what would you most have me know today? I do that in meditation and journaling. You can ask questions like, what does love look like here? And how does love move me forward? You can use the Be Love principles. That's a tool I use every day. I ask to see myself and others with an open heart, without an agenda. Who is my neighbor if I don't have labels on them? Who are they? Who are they as a divine essence? That's another one of the principles. Just show me the divine essence in that person. That's where you really get to see, experience, however that works for you, that highest quality of that person, not some action that you may not agree with, but show me the divine essence in that person. Forgiveness is another thing I think is absolutely imperative when you're working in this life to move forward with love. What opportunities for forgiveness do you have for yourself, to forgive yourself for things, to forgive other people for things? And how does that forgiveness free you then to go on to the next chapter? It's one of the most powerful things that you can do. The last principle that is just absolutely life-changing is to remember you are the light. You came from the light of the all. Not this physical part, but this physical body houses the divine being that you are. When you start thinking of yourself as a divine being, which doesn't mean you are above anybody else, by the way, that's the great equalizer. Because when you come from that place, you realize everyone has the divine essence. Everyone and everything, animals, plants, it's all part of that big, beautiful divine. You start to act differently, and when you show up differently in the world, your world changes. What would happen if one by one we just start waking up to the power of being love in the world? How would your day look differently? What would you think differently? How would you react differently to your family, your friends at work? It's worth thinking about. Thank you so much for looking at this, and I am encouraging you to be the love that you are. Start wherever you are. For the next 2 or 3 minutes, just imagine, what would it like to be me? The most loving, kind, compassionate version of myself. What would that be like? What would it feel like? What would I do? What would I think? That's my encouragement, my invitation today. My name is Diane Hayworth. I'm a heart-centered success coach, a speaker, an author, and founder of the Be Love Principles.